I've gotten tons of questions and comments about what Japanese people do. Do they still bow to each other? Is it okay to bow? What do they do about bowing? So I decided to make a video. And although I hate to disappoint you, this video is actually not about whether it's okay to bow or not to bow. I'm not here to give you a fatwa or tell you what's haram or what's halal. In fact, this video isn't about that at all. What I wanted to talk today about is how important bowing is to Japanese communication and to the Japanese language, and how difficult it would be to remove bowing from Japanese communication. Now, why am I telling you this? To illustrate a point. It's easy for someone coming from the outside to come to Japan and without knowing the language or the culture to start saying things like, oh, this is haram, that's haram, 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 haram. And no matter how good their intentions are, they end up doing more damage than good. And this is why it is pivotal. It is absolutely critical that you understand the Japanese language and culture before you even attempt to give da'wah. This probably goes for any culture, to be honest. Imagine going to a Japanese revert who just became Muslim, and one of the first things that you ever tell them is, now that you're Muslim, we only bow to Allah. You can't bow to another human being. Do you understand the weight that that would put on the revert's shoulders? There's a very good chance it would be too much to bear. Let me explain. Japanese is the highest high context language in the world. So while English, and especially American English, is way down here, Japanese is all the way at the farther end. And according to the study, anywhere from 60 to 80% of the language depends on context, based on shared experience, shared culture, shared religion, shared history, and it can also come from context of the situation as well as nonverbal communication. In a low context language like English, you mean what you say, meaning the literal word is what you actually mean. In Japanese, it's the opposite. The literal word that you are speaking means very little. In fact, 20 to 40%. The majority of the meaning in Japanese is derived from context. And of that, around 50% of the context is determined or is at least affected by your body language. Now, Japanese people don't speak with their hands like Italians or other people around the world. What do? They speak by bowing. I would not be exaggerating if I said that the most important nonverbal tool that the Japanese people have to communicate is the bow. And now imagine telling someone they can't bow anymore because it's haram. Look, your intention might tell them to not worship people, but the truth is, there is no Japanese person that's bowing to someone else because they're worshiping them. You aren't asking them to stop worshiping people. You're asking them to stop communicating in their native language, to express gratitude, reverence, respect, and to just say hello and goodbye. The literal meaning of words changes with how you bow. Let me give you a quick example. The word "はい" is a polite word meaning yes. If I give a slow and delayed bow with the word "はい," it means I don't understand you. I'm not following you. If I give you a fast bow and say "はい," it means I got you. If I give a nice continuous slow bow while saying "はい," it means I'm following you. Please continue speaking. "はい," "はい." And this is just a random word. The real bowing starts when we start doing greetings and departures and thank yous and apologies. An apology without a bow in Japanese would be considered to be insincere. It's not actually an apology. A thank you without a bow is not sincere. It's not actually a thank you. A greeting without a bow would be considered disrespectful. By saying you can't bow anymore, you're essentially saying you're no longer allowed to greet anyone, you can't say hello, you can't say goodbye, you can't say thank you or show gratitude, you're not allowed to apologize for your mistakes, you're not allowed to show respect or show people that you're listening while they're speaking. Now, am I saying that bowing is not haram? No, because that's not the point of the video again. I am not a scholar and I'm not even a student of knowledge. This is not a fatwa. I'm not saying what is haram or what is not. I'm just letting you know the reality of the Japanese people and language and trying to make a point that it is easy for us to say this is haram and that's haram, but if you don't understand the implications of what you're saying, you will do damage. Asking a Japanese person not to bow to people anymore is getting rid of 30% of their ability to communicate. Imagine if I were to come to you and tell you that 30% of the words you use in English are haram and you can no longer use them. And those words happen to be hello, goodbye, nice to meet you, thank you, I'm sorry, the pleasure is mine, oh, I'm listening, I'm following you, oh, I agree, that's a great idea. Do you understand how key these words are? Now, I know I might sound a little bit more intense today than I am usually, and it's because I am so incredibly passionate about getting this message out there, because I have seen well-intentioned advice backfire. Muslims coming to Japan with a very hardline and strict interpretation of Islam, who don't have an understanding of the Japanese language and culture and have no desire to learn about it either, and are here only to give dawah for themselves so that they can say, I gave the message, the rest is up to Allah. These people end up doing the most damage. If your intention is truly to help lead people to Islam, help introduce this beautiful religion to them, then we must do it in the best of ways. And this is not just Japan, this is any culture. If you are going to a Muslim minority culture and you're not willing to humble yourself a bit and learn the language and the culture before you start going around giving da'wah, then you're doing da'wah for your sake alone. Now, to answer the original question, do Japanese Muslims bow to each other? Well, yes and no. As I mentioned to you before, it is quite impossible to remove bowing entirely from Japanese communication. And so instead, as Japanese Muslims, we do our best to get away with a head nod, where we try our best not to bow at the waist so that it doesn't look like we're going into ruku. So in closing, I ask you for your compassion, your understanding, and your patience as we try to spread this beautiful religion here in Japan. May Allah keep us on the straight path, keep our intentions pure, and guide all of Japan and the Japanese people to Islam. Barakallahu fikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.